We are live in our virtual booth here at SPS, and I am fortunate to have David Carson here from ALPS. My name is Liz Hillen. I'm a prosthetist orthotist with the clinical team with SPS. David, if you could introduce yourself.
Definitely. Thank you, Liz. Like Liz mentioned, I'm David Carson. I'm the product development manager over at ALPS. I've been with the company about 6 years now and love working with amputees and the O&P industry about how to make lives better. I know she mentioned the Eco Liner. So this here is our new Eco Liner. It's actually our first seamless liner. There's no binding tape on the side. So what's really nice about this, with our advancements in our knitting technology, we're able to control that distal stretch without having that build-up matrix like on some of our older liners.
Okay.
Some of our older liners, patients that may have some vascular issues, fluid retention down at the bottom of their limb, the distal part, they will end up having and feeling too much pressure down there. So this will help prevent the pistoning from the distal end, still allowing some of that room for expansion as well, which is a really nice blend that we're able to do with some of our knitting technology. The second reason, so kind of the full reason of why it's called the Eco Liner, is being able to reduce and remove that binding tape allows us to make a more ecological liner. It actually requires less energy for us to make it. Kind of our part in keeping the world the way it is instead of having it go the other direction and improving it, making it better for the next generations.
Nice. And what are the materials that make up the Eco Liner?
So it is going to be our TPE gel. So this is our HD gel, which is actually great for moderate to high active patients.
Okay.
It's going to be a little firmer than our Easy Gel or the Grip Gel. So it's going to give more structure, more confidence, and more comfort compared to some of the other gels that some people may feel are too soft for them. These do come in 3 and 6 millimeter.
Okay.
So we're able to have that and all uniform construction as well. We do also offer it in distal attachment and also suction sleeve as well, or suction side. One of the newest things hot off the press right now.
Yes, tell me.
What we have here is actually a new app for prosthetists that is going to help bring all of the ALPS product line and really start helping match it to each individual amputee. So this is actually a patented software that we've come up with. And what we're doing here is, I'll actually share a screen so you guys can see it a little clearer.
Okay,
but the app version is on the Google Play Store if you want to download it and really start playing with it and seeing it yourself. But you can still do it on our homepage.
Excellent. Do you think it will be added to Android in the near future?
Right now it is on Android device through that Google Play Store. Able to get most Samsung Android devices to work.
Okay.
Here is our home screen. So kind of intuitive, select the liner that's best for you. EasyLiner.com. And then we're going to bring you to this page. And this is going to mirror basically how the app works. If you get one or the other, you'll be able to see the same function. We can look at, we'll call it a transtibial amputee.
Okay.
Select limb length. We'll go medium. Different conditions that they may have. Standard, normal, kind of stable conditions, fluctuations, or the newer amputee as well. We'll actually go with that one.
Okay.
Here we can see the products that it's actually going to put out. Oh, look at that. It just happened to work out that our Eco is the best option.
Look at that.
You can actually select on each. It's going to open a new window for you, give you breakdown of the features, and then different sizes that it's available. The daily volume fluctuations, obviously socks are going to help take up that volume fluctuation. ALPS even has all these different products on hand for you to utilize.
Nice.
And for our skincare end of the spectrum, we do have our antiperspirant spray. If you want to reduce the amount of perspiration, we can also add that in as well.
Excellent. That is excellent. Now, how long did it take for you to put this together?
This has been a work in progress for a little while, expanding our options there. The other end of the spectrum is we've got a lot of new prosthetists coming in. This can help reinforce their decision. Think that this can be a great liner for them. They punch in the different attributes of the amputee, and then it helps solidify their decision that they're choosing the right liner for them from our long list of experts. And now give a foothold to some of the younger amputees, some of the younger prosthetists with their amputees to help increase success rates, increase comfort rates, increase confidence rates.
Now, I'm seeing in your search results, there's the best match, and then there's option number 2. Is that how each area is set up that where you have best match and then option 2 and then any additional accessory?
Some may have 3 options depending on the type of limb. It comes down to the selection or the knowledge of the prosthetist of the patient. And that's why we didn't want to just put a single option there. We're trying to be inclusive with all of our selections here.
Yeah, in terms of if a clinician chooses to use vacuum versus pin, does this program also allow the clinician to decide on that based on the type of suspension that they choose?
I'm glad you asked that, Liz. That just recently came up as we were working with this and doing kind of a soft launch of this. Here's kind of the big unveil of the first generation of this is about that, because right now it is a little more biased towards a pin system because it's more stable in the global field. We found more prosthetists using it on the global side of things. The benefits of a vacuum suspension are there. So being able to choose that and differentiate it is something that we're looking at expanding with this program.
Awesome. So again, the customer goes to easyliner.com and then they could just start selecting the different options that are related to the patient.
So right here, you'll be able to get it right.
And David, how many options are available? I mean, there's so many different combinations there. About how many liners are we talking about in this system?
So you have a lot of different options. When you look at all of our liners, they all have a fit in with different amputees. This is going to be for patients with skin problems, vascular health issues, skin sensitivity, any sort of scar buildup where you really don't want any pressure. This is our easy gel.
You're seeing a higher level of use in certain regions versus others, or does that really matter? Is it really patient specific?
It really comes down to patient specific. The one option may work for one person and may not work for the other. And that's why we have so many different liners on the market. We have the different gel options. We have our easy gel, we have our HD gel, and then outside of that, even those are all of our TPE liners, but we do have the silicone liner. As we talked about earlier, that Liberty liner, great for that hot, steamy weather.
This is amazing. I love that you put the options at the clinician's fingertips, even involving the patient and seeing the different options while the clinician is there is a really good option. As this progresses, like you said, you'll have different options as far as what types of suspensions the clinicians are using. What are some other thoughts that you've had with this programming too that you may be instituting as well?
I know having the suspension type is really going to be that next level. Narrow it down, specific liner to each option, especially when you're getting into below knee with a high activity level.
Sure.
We'll call it a regular shape.
And it's pretty quick. This is an easy process.
And then you can run each of your patients through this so they feel like they're part of the decision-making process, feel like they're really in charge of their health. Hope and want to see patient compliance go up as well because they feel like they're part of it now. They're not just buying the selection.
I found that as a clinician, if you involve the patient in the decision-making process, the tendency is to be more compliant. So I agree with that. Make the decisions with the patients and you'll see some better compliances out there for sure. Excellent. We appreciate you stopping by our virtual booth here. This is a new era for us in 2020. This is an awesome tool that our clinicians will be able to use. How soon will this be ready?
This is on our website live right now. So everybody can go check it out. Are you familiar with our VIP?
I am, but let's tell the group of clinicians that are watching right now.
This is a great one. We love this one, especially people that are apprehensive to trying it because it's non-intrusive. It's lightweight, goes right in the bottom of a socket. So within a couple steps, your amputee is going to be at full vacuum. Allows them to have that benefit of that vacuum suspension and the elevated vacuum suspension without the batteries that they have to remember to charge, without having the extra weight to lug around. It's very simple to use.
It's been a pretty hot subject, something really unique in that it's not electrical, it's really dependent on the patient's load. So it's a nice, smooth, provides excellent expulsion in just a few steps, like you said. And that's key. I think that's what a lot of clinicians are looking for.
It's something that we really like, we're proud of, and combines, and you'll be able to see, depending on the different parameters you punch in here, all the different options and products that we do have to offer. for now.
Awesome. Echo liner is the hottest thing right now for the population. You've got this awesome site to look at for choosing the liners. More to come on this as well, which is exciting. Anything else you'd like to add to the excitement that's happening in ALPS?
We're happy to also be partnered with you guys because it's been great for us. And thank you for having me here, Liz.
Yes, we appreciate your partnership and the collaborative approach here. Thank you for taking the time to show us your some Echo liner and your new Choose a Liner system. And we look forward to hearing about the responses in the field as well. And anything we can do to support you, we're glad to do that. Thanks again for stopping into our virtual booth, David, and we'll talk with you soon.
Thank you, Liz.